Hi everyone, today I will show you one of the most beautiful, untouched and mysterious islands in Thailand. My friends and I are heading to the Surin Islands to explore this hidden gem, visit local village, discover marvelous underwater world and enjoy crystal clean emerald waters. Follow my channel if you are here for the first time and let this adventure started. Surin Islands are located 60 kilometers west of the Andaman coast, and it can be accessed by the speedboat from Taplamu Pier. First, you get to take 1.5 hours drive from Phuket, and it takes twice faster if you are going from Khao Lak. So here we are, 4 heroes who managed to win the battle with bad and appear to the meeting point by 5:30 in the morning. But despite all the suffering, to see the magnificent sunrise in the window of your car taking you to new horizons is unbelievably inspiring feeling. And here we are, grabbing our coffee from 7-Eleven and enjoying the view of the sun rays reflection on the morning water surface. When arrived to the pier, you have to check in with the super friendly staff here and have some breakfast while waiting for the rest of the group. When everyone has arrived, our guide has brought us all together and explained our itinerary for the entire day. But honestly, for me it's enough to know that I'm heading to Surin Islands and just show me the best of it. However, for some it might be important to know how long does it take, how many stops are there, and so on. Here you will get your answers. As I mentioned, the islands are quite far from the mainland, so to get there by the speedboat will take around 1 hour and 45 minutes one way. I can't tell you that the journey is pleasant, because there is barely any view due to the absence of the proper window in the boat. But the most of the time you can reach the internet access and entertain yourself with some music or take some nap. I recommend to take the seats as close to the driver as you can, because those next to the engine are too loud and you'll be all wet during the day, as they are on the way out. But if you don't have some seasickness, this will be just necessary sacrifice, because when you reach Surin Islands, you will be busy greatly absorbing those stunning views of the pure and untouched nature with your eyes, and will forget about every inconvenience you might experience on the way. Upon arrival to the island, you get to board traditional wooden longtail boat to visit a settlement of remarkable group of people called Moken. Historically, they are nomads, used to live on the islands between Burma and Thailand. However, by the early 19th, they have settled on Surin Island permanently. Now, the community comprises around 300 people living in bamboo houses on stilts. The settlement is quite fresh built, because it was previously destroyed by the deadly tsunami in 2004. Believe it or not, the community of Moken people has survived the disaster thanks to exceptional knowledge of the sea. They have noticed that extraordinary change in water pattern and heat on the surrounding hills. When the boat drops you by the shore and you start to walk towards the land, you just feel like falling into one of those movies about the pirates, where they sailed through the entire ocean and have finally ran into this unknown piece of land. God knows what they are going to discover here and what secrets this place is hiding from the ice. These people are just living like no one you know does, without any sign of civilization, the comfort you used to, and the facilities you like so much. They just spend their entire life around this tiny area surrounded by the powerful sea and peaceful mountains, calmly doing some fishing, gathering and handcrafts. Surely they had access to the mainland, and they developed a small business with travelers selling some souvenirs. But it still feels so unique and authentic, you just can't believe it's real. It takes some efforts to realize how different this place is from the life you used to know. And the important thing is, unlike many other villages on the mainland, it doesn't feel commercial at all. People are barely paying attention to you. No one is trying to sell you anything unless you stop by and willing to have a look. The children playing everywhere are making this place feel alive, and it amuses me how many cats are here. Surely they are honorable members of the community. We spent around 30 minutes in the village, which was totally enough, and we were ready to discover another hidden gems Surin Islands have prepared for us. We boarded our longtail boats and headed to the nearby Koh Surin Nuea. Sailing through these emerald waters just turned everybody speechless. The color of it and symmetric shape of the mountains are making the whole scene look surreal, and we couldn't wait to finally indulge ourselves with some beach pleasures. It took us not more than 10 minutes to get there. Our boat has moored the shore, where we will spend the next 2 hours of our trip. The whole area is quite spacious and has a few different zones. First is the restaurant you can grab some lunch at. Just nearby, you will see some bungalows, which means you can actually travel here for overnight trips. And the most important are 2 long, spectacular, breathtaking beaches with bizarre stones, white sands, and purely clean water. You could actually say that the beach is one, it just goes around the island. Anyway, we were hungry, and the first thing we decided to do is to have some lunch. But actually, we just didn't want to let something distract us from enjoying the swimming after. So you have to understand that the island is wild and at the same time represents a national park. Due to those reasons, you won't find here a big choice of dining venues. You've got just this very simple Thai food buffet with wooden tables and benches joining style. There is some tom yum soup, steamed vegetables, fried chicken, sweet and sour chicken, some rice, and fresh fruits, of course. The choice is quite fine for such place, and the food itself is delicious. We filled our plates and chose a cozy spot in the shadow of the trees to take a short break and to feel our energy for the rest of the day. Finally, we get to have some beach time at this divine place. If the happiness exists, this is probably how it feels. There is plenty of space and the people are dispersed around, so it doesn't feel crowded. This is one of the biggest problems with the famous islands. They couldn't bear thousands of people so greedily wanting to visit them and take a photo with those iconic places. Surin Islands is a place you can yet enjoy some privacy at. And so we did. We spent as much time as we could admiring the scenery of this place and enjoying gentle touch of emerald waters. With all my daily routine, sometimes I forget how marvelous the place I live is. We all agreed that the long way to get here is totally worth it. But if you enjoy exploring underwater world, this is just only the beginning. After this marvelous time on the beach, we boarded our longtail boat and headed to our speedboat left in the middle of the bay. It has taken us to a few snorkeling spots. Shame to admit, I am not much of a snorkeler. It's just hard for me to control breathing in the mask. But gladly my friend Nikita is fish-born, so he took these glorious shots for you to show how rich and diversified the underwater world here is. My friends have explored multiple locations for snorkeling in Thailand, and they said that the Surin Islands is top 1 in the country. Sadly, we don't have any special equipment to take underwater shots, but you can trust me on that, it is worth seeing. Surin Islands have proven to me that there is always something to discover, even next to the place you consider your home for the long 5 years. I can highly recommend this place for all beach and swim lovers. There is much more to see here on my channel. Join me in my trip to the stunning James Bond Islands, check on the great hotels in Thailand, or explore mysterious mountains of Nepal. Follow to travel together with me. You will help me a lot dropping any likes or comments here. And see you in my next video.